In life, we all encounter obstacles, and those obstacles come in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. The question is, how do we handle those obstacles? Do we attack them head on, or do we allow them to make us quit? Welcome to the No Quit Living podcast, where we aim to motivate and inspire listeners to never give up on themselves, their dreams, or their goals. We will interview successful people from all walks of life as they share their no-quit stories when they had the choice to give up or give in, but they didn't. We thank you for listening, and we hope to be that jolt of positivity as you go for your greatness. Welcome to episode number 167 of the No Quit Living podcast. I'm your host, Christopher J. Worth, and today's theme of the day is gratitude. Our quote of the day comes to us from Zig Ziglar. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for. Today's episode is sponsored by the good people over at West Fair Communications, who publish the Westchester County Business Journal and the Fairfield County Business Journal. These newspapers do a wonderful job in covering all aspects of the business world within two of the most influential markets in the New York metropolitan area. You can also take advantage of their daily news feeds, which keep track on the companies and thought leaders in these important regions. For more information, take a look at www.westfaironline.com. Trust me, once you start reading, you won't quit. Today's episode was inspired by a book I recently read by A.J. Jacobs, which is titled Thanks 1,000. As I often find myself walking around in bookstores, this book happened to catch my eye. It was a pretty quick read, and it made me really and truly think about the two words thank you, and what real and true gratitude is. A.J. also happens to have a TED Talk if you'd like to check it out. In that TED Talk, A.J. spoke about how studies have shown that the human brain is actually wired to focus on the negative. I think we all know people that no matter what can and will always find and always focus on the negative. AJ goes on to talk about how, according to research, one of the best ways to combat this negativity is to instead shift our focus towards gratitude. After watching his TED Talk and reading his book, I immediately thought about my own life and where I spend both my time and my energy. I realized that I can often find the negative and as a result focus on the problem when instead I should be looking for a solution and being grateful for all the good that is in my life. Where do you find your focus? Do you always see the glass as half full, or does it appear to be almost empty? Where and what we focus our mind on can have a significant impact. I immediately thought about the sincerity of those two words, thank you. Every single day, we all most likely often utter those two simple words. At the counter at Starbucks, perhaps while paying for lunch, or maybe a few times throughout our day at work. It made me think about the way in which I say thank you. While handing my card or debit card to a cashier, I always say thank you. But I wondered if they felt that it was sincere or genuine, or did they just think that I was saying it because growing up my parents and grandparents taught me that it was what I was supposed to do. I have since made a personal pledge to say the words thank you, and to try and make everyone feel my genuine gratitude and appreciation. I've also made a conscious effort to look for the good in each and every day. A couple of days ago, I was having a rough afternoon. It was a long day, and I felt like I had been hit from every direction. I logged onto my Instagram account, and I came across a post from one of my good friends. It happened to come at the right time, and it meant a lot to me. I would like to share that quote with you. Here's to all the people who get back up more times than they are knocked down, who give more than they ever expect to receive, who still show love to others even when their own heart is broken, who smile through the sad times, who light the way for others, who spread laughter and joy. Thank you for making the world a better place. I would like to say a very special thank you to my good friend, Rob Decker. After reading Rob's post on Instagram, I felt gratitude and appreciation towards him. I actually reposted that same quote, and I sent him a text message to say thank you. Now, Rob's post didn't automatically make everything disappear, but it did have an immediate positive impact on my life. I challenge our listeners today to pick 5 people in your life and say thank you to them and genuinely show them your gratitude and appreciation. The vehicle in which you use is not nearly as important as the genuineness of your action. It could be a simple text, a phone call, or perhaps taking a friend, family member, or coworker out to lunch. The only requirement is that you genuinely show appreciation to these 5 people and that they honestly and truly feel it. Remember, this is an act for them, not you. The best part about that is that when you really and truly show gratitude towards others, the end result is that you will always feel better yourself. In closing, I would like to share a quote from Charles Dickens. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. As you go about your day today and tomorrow, when you experience that next challenge or difficult time, don't focus on the negative. Instead, focus on making and taking something positive from it. It won't be easy, might actually be difficult to find that silver lining, but it will be worth it. Change your own channel and instead focus on being grateful. We all have things and people to be grateful for. Sometimes we just have to look more closely. So smile at someone, say hello to a stranger, and say thank you as you go for your greatness. And lastly, to our listeners, thank you. We truly appreciate your time, and we hope our episodes inspire you to keep on attacking life and never giving up. To quote Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, it's always too early to quit.